going on, people? It's your boy Tots back again for another Arsenal and Chill with my brother from another mother. It's my boy Colin. Talk to the people, Colin. How you doing, man?
The originators, yeah?
That's it, bro. The originals, bro. If you know, you know. Arsenal and Chill, the original show. Concepts.
The tribal chief and his wise man.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it. We love to see it, man. Make sure you guys smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button. On the road to 2,000K. Big up everyone that's already subscribed to the channel. Really, really appreciate your guys' support, man. But yeah, there's only one place to get started, Colin, and the news that everyone was dreading. Bro, yeah. I put this as the title, as I hope that this wouldn't be true. But bro, the fact that the news came in from Arsenal.com, Gabriel has indeed tore his hamstring completely off the bone. He's gonna need surgery and he's out for the season, bro. What is your instant reaction to this news, brother?
I thought it was a troll.
You thought it was Carlos winding you up again, right?
No. Okay. First, here's the timeline, right? I seen the title of the stream before you even talked to me on WhatsApp.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, Tops is assuming a lot. But it could bite back and bite him on the arse, whatever. Turns out, did no such thing. Seen the report on the BBC earlier. Yeah. So.
Oh man, it's not good, bro. It's not good. He's gonna be out for the season. Another surgery, man. And for me, we gotta ask some questions now. Now, I'm not saying it's completely Mikel Arteta's fault. Obviously, things happen, but bro, that's 3 players now that have torn their hamstring off the bone, needing surgery. That's Saka, Havertz, and Gabriel. When you look at the list in terms of how many minutes these guys have played, they're definitely on the top end, probably along with Declan Rice, etc. So for me, Colin, is there a thing where you got to look at maybe the style of play that we're playing, or the training methods, or how much they're not being rotated season in, season out, to the fact that all of them have needed surgery from a torn hamstring? It's crazy.
I mean, it's a multitude of things. It's the amount of games that are being played. I mean, this league phase nonsense in Champions League does not do anyone any favors, because how many games is it? What, 7, 8? I'm working that off the top of my head. I don't actually know the number, but it's a lot of games. Add into that the FA Cup, add into that the Carabao Cup and the league.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, the amount of games that are being played is. We all know why that's the case. It's monetary reasons, whatever, right? But it doesn't help when our manager is playing some of our players through injuries, because we know he's done that in the past. I'm not saying he was playing Gabriel through an injury, but given that he's played Saka through injury, Rice through injury, White through injury, would it surprise me if that was the case? No. No, it wouldn't. But like I said, I'm not blaming the manager for that. I'm not blaming the manager for this particular injury, because we still don't know the ins and outs and everything else. But I'll tell you what, based on what I saw the other night, I'm not confident in Kievar playing centre back, bro. I'm not.
Brother.
Add into that, my preferred choice, Calafiori, injured as well.
Yeah. Not ideal, man. Not ideal, bro. That's literally someone that would be perfect now to play that left-sided centre-back for the rest of the season. To cover Gabriel. That's probably why we even bought him. So, yeah, man, a lot of injuries at the same time is not ideal, to be honest, bro. When I first heard the news, like I said, when I first seen the game, and obviously to go into the game and actually how it happened, Odegaard, man, he needs to take a little bit of the blame here, because he had a perfect opportunity when he had the ball to pass it forward or to dribble forward or to shoot. But the guy ended up trying to pass it back, lost possession in transition, and then it was Gabriel busting the gut, trying to catch up with Traore, who everyone knows is rapid. And then that's when he ends up tearing his hamstring. So I feel like that was all caused unnecessarily just in the game. But yeah, when I seen him go down, I thought, this guy's going to be at least out for at least 5 weeks. And then I was thinking, well, we're in April now. The season ends at the end of May. Well, if it's a severe injury, you know what hamstring injuries are like. It could be 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, depending on the severity, or like say months if he needs surgery. So I just thought, you know what, this guy might be out for the season, especially if we get knocked out by a Real Madrid before he's able to come back. They might just say, you know what, there's only like 3 or 4 games left. We'll just save you to the next season. But to be honest, I didn't expect him to be needing surgery as well. That is a massive blow. That means he's probably going to be out of action for at least 3 or 4 months, similar to Saka. So. Yeah, and we don't know how he's going to come back as well. He's been absolutely tremendous. Arguably defender for about 2 or 3 years now consistently. So you don't know what his performances are going to be like when he comes back as well. Hopefully not too bad. But yeah, there's a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions to be asked after obviously seeing that injury. But hopefully, fingers crossed, he has the surgery successfully and he can come back as good as a player he's been for the last couple of months. Big up everyone in the chat. I'm just going to read out. Big up, bros. Hope you are, brother. Big up THP, sorry. Yo, Gabriel out unlucky. Big up ST. Not Arteta at all. Gabriel had extra rest since coming back from international break early. You can't blame Arteta for this one. Yeah, that's a fair point, to be fair. I mean, he did come back early. I think he only had 1 game. He was suspended for the Argentinian game against Brazil. Came back early, but yeah, ended up getting injured, man. What is the options now? I mean, yeah, we'll probably get it back, obviously, get into it, what the options possibly could be. Colin's audio.
I fixed it. Don't worry. I fixed it now.
Oh yeah, big up everyone for letting us know, man.
Let me know if it's better because I've switched it up a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool. Colin's mic sound same form as his habits. That's funny. Stinker and Hulk, Colin. Stinker and Hulk.
Oh, dude. Hey, no. We're not. I said I was going to do this, right? I said I was going to do this, and I'm
oh no! Oh, I just remembered.
You brought this up, mate.
Oh no! I'm finished.
All right. Listen, lads.
Oh no!
Just take a minute, right, and kind of go over the stinker that Tops had that weekend.
Oh no!
My man's talking about blowing refs now.
Listen, whoa! Pause! That is a massive pause. Crazy. Listen, that was a mistake.
It came out of your mouth, bro. It came out of your mouth. I can't help it.
That footage needs to be burned. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. That's not what I meant. Listen, I didn't have to explain myself. The people that was watching the stream know what I meant. It was a mistake. I'll let you guys know, and I apologize.
I was in that chat because did they know what you meant? Because
yeah,
I was in that chat. And I was thinking,
batch streamer.
Pops is moving mad, you know.
ST can vouch for me 100%, man. See, ST knows, bro. ST knows.
Lads, cook him in the chat, please.
Oh, bro, I've already been cooked, bro. I've already been cooked. Oh my god, but yeah, man, it was a mistake. Obviously, I'm glad there's not too many people that have remembered it. Apart from Colin bringing it up, so thanks for that, Colin. Really appreciate that. But we're here. That's what it is. I know. But yeah, obviously, based on what we were talking about earlier, going into the game, Colin, the Fulham game, how did you think we were going to perform? And were you surprised about the performance in general? Obviously, I also did get the win, overshadowed by the Gabriel injury. But Bukayo Saka's back, man. Back and scored the, it turns out to be the winning goal. So give me your breakdown on the game, bro.
First half, bro, I'm not even joking. I was about to fall asleep.
But
seriously, I was sitting on the couch behind me watching the game and thinking I could probably do something better in 45 minutes. Had my fucking cup of coffee in my hand because I needed that to get through that alone. And then second half, you know what's mad? We were only better when Saka came on.
Yeah, that's true.
How's that happening? Like, I'm not being funny, bro, but we're one of the most boring teams to watch this season, just from a neutral perspective. Like, seriously, the amount of games I've watched where I can barely stand to get through the game.
Yeah.
Bruh, like, what are we doing? Like, and then I heard this this week as well. Yeah, right. I heard Robbie going, Gabriel will be back for the final. What final? What final? You really think we're getting past Madrid playing like this?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
The shake of the head says it all, bro. I was like, "Are you serious? Like, what's going on here?" I mean, I didn't think we were going to win with Gabriel. Never mind without him. He's our best defender. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Bro, just think about this, right? Just think about this. Adama Traore and Muniz ripped Kievar to shreds. What do you think Mbappe, Vinny, if they're even eligible to play, what do you think that attack's going to do?
I know when you say that, man, you actually think about it and you actually deep with the situation. You're absolutely correct, man. Like, we were lucky in the end not to lose the game. When you actually think of the chances they had, the save that Raya made, the Muniz open goal header that he put wide somehow, then they scored. Hey. Brother, we were very lucky that they couldn't take their chances, couldn't take their dinner. We can't allow the same opportunities to Real Madrid. We'll get absolutely mauled, destroyed. If you have Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, these are top-level players, Bellingham as well, bro. Like, bro, we have to make sure we are defensively assured. And for me, bro, if Timber's fit, for me, and hopefully Ben White's fit, it's got to be Timber, Ben White in one of those two positions, right back and centre back, whichever, and Kivior has to be on the bench. I'm sorry, because with Kivior, for the player he is, obviously he'll do a decent job up to a point, but he's got a mistake in him. He's got a lapse of concentration, or he'll get out-muscled physically, mentally, outpaced by someone, especially someone of quality. We've seen it last year against Bayern Munich, where Sane just ran past him. Bro, we can't afford to be having these kind of mistakes in defensive areas because we're up against top-level quality players, world-class players. So for me, we need to make sure we exclude as much possibility of that happening, and Kivior, he cannot play these games, in my opinion, if there's not an opportunity to play someone else, bro, because what's going to happen. We've seen the script before, Colin. We've seen a player like this against the top-level team. What happens, bro? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
What usually happens, bro, they get rinsed to pieces, and, the way I see it, right, Kivior, because you have to put this into context, he came from a team in Spezia that were bottom half, relegation scrapping team. Not really much about them, but one of the shining lights in that team was Kivior, right? But there's a difference between fighting relegation in Italy and competing for the major honours at the top end of the Premier League and the Champions League. Because let's be real, Spezia are not going to be in the Champions League anytime soon or in my lifetime, period. All right? They're just not that. And they're not going to be challenged. They're just not that team. But I do think with Kivior, he struggles with just positioning in general. Like, there's a lot of times where I've seen him lose his man unnecessarily, which is strange because he's a centre back. But he's played better as a left back, which doesn't really make much sense.
No, it's a good point you make, to be fair. It's a good point that you make.
I mean, I don't know, bro. It's like I told you weeks ago. This summer, mate, I swear to God, this is the most crucial point in our history. And anyone that disagrees with that, seriously, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, bro. Because there's a couple. I looked at the list of players who have 2 years of their contract remaining, Zinchenko, Saka, Gabriel, and all that in there, right? Outside of Saka, Saliba, wait, is my mic still bugging? What the fuck?
It seems alright on my side. I'll remove you and put you back in, bro. One sec. Let me put him back in. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Just a bit of technical difficulties. Let's see if he's back in. How's it sounding now, boys? Oh yeah, it's a little bit buggy now on my thing, you know. You see, it was all right on my end, so but obviously people were.
Right. How's it now?
Yeah, it's still a bit bugging. Still a bit bugging.
Right. Okay. Hold on. I'll leave in right and come out.
All right, man.
Just carry the thing with me.
Yeah, man. Big up the comments, bro. Big up. ST says Tottenham's performance on the stream reminded me of Karius' Liverpool performance in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. Stinker and hooked howler to be Pacific, man. Big up ST for the comment. Big up AJ, brother. Hope you're well, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're good on this Thursday afternoon/evening. With Gabriel Magalhaes news, I want Saka shut down until next season because we are definitely not beating Real Madrid now. And Tops is already safe. Don't risk him becoming a Reece James. Now, I can see that point, to be fair. I can see why people are very, very worried about, obviously, Saka playing a lot of minutes. Again, he looked okay when he came on, but probably adrenaline. The first 3 or 4 games, he probably looked good. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with him going forward. Yeah, it's still a bit rough, bro. It's still a bit rough. I'm not sure what's going on your end, man. Normally, your Mac's all right.
Hold on a second. That's bizarre.
Big old AJ says ST, you can actually blame Arteta because he's had 32 signings and not brought a Gabriel Magalhaes back up good enough. That has led to the injury. I mean, to be fair, we have got a couple of backups, but they're injured as well. Unfortunately, Tomiyasu is always injured. He would have been a good backup to have. Obviously, Calafiori's injured as well. He would have been good backup to have. So yeah, the only thing I will say about Kivior, he's actually reliable. That's the one probably his best trait. He's never actually ever injured. We always need him to come in where it's left back, centre back, wherever the position may be, and he's always fit for the entire season. Where Tomiyasu Zinchenko has always been in, obviously Tierney's had injury problems. So yeah, he's actually someone that can stay fit. Big up near side remembrance, man. Big up yourself, bro. Hope you're well. Why are all your players taking turns getting ACLs? Bro, it's hamstrings, brother. We've had 4 hamstring injuries, including Reece Nelson, man, having surgery. Martinelli, Havertz, Saka, now Gabriel, that's 5. Only Martinelli not needing surgery at the 5. So yeah, not ideal, man. Not ideal, but again, I was saying obviously at the start of the stream that it probably does have to do with the fact that these are the players that's played a lot of minutes for us in the last 2 or 3 seasons. So yeah, I think it might be an accumulation of things, considering why we've all had hamstring tears. But yeah, it is very, very unfortunate they're all at the same time in the same season, man. Take a shot every time Colin butchers Kivior's name. We'll be dead in 10 minutes from alcohol poison. ST, these analogies are crazy. Colin's mic is bugging. Big up inside. Yeah, still bugging, bro. I see your point, fair enough, mate. Colin sounds like CP30 with a cough. It might be his headset. I'm not sure, bro, what's happening because yeah, normally audio. All right. But yeah, man, 32 players is a whole new squad plus 7 extra players. Arteta and Edu are the 2 fully to blame. Says AJ. Can't really, listen, they have assembled a squad. You think it would be obviously ready now for a couple of injuries to our main players, really. But yeah, there's a lot we're set up for that, man. Try a different headset or the settings. Please pay Tommy out of his contract. He's a wasted squad. Placing the squad. Sorry, yeah, nah, bro. I've had it up to here with Tomiyasu, man. He's a good player, but bro, he guy's always injured, man, and it's not fair on other players like Ben White, like Timber, players that were playing week in week out, not getting a rest. They can't even get substituted off because Tommy's always injured. And now look, Gabriel's got injured. Now we need Tomiyasu. Now this would be absolutely perfect for Tomiyasu to come in, cover obviously Gabriel, play centre back. Get some rest for Gabriel because he's probably needed it anyway because again he plays every minute, he plays every game. Games that we probably don't even need him to play, he plays. So yeah, but now he's injured as well and he's out for the season. So yeah, it's just a ripple effect, man. In my opinion, just a ripple effect. One good thing about the injuries, I get to see Saliba exposed without Gabriel, man. Oh, this is it. That's crazy, bro. Mbappe is going to deep fry and cook Saliba. We'll see, bro. I mean, bro, in France, man, Saliba handled him well when he was at Marseille. and then Mbappe was at PSG, and obviously Gabriel went there to help him out. So we'll see. We will see. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Saliba definitely looks better with Gabriel than without, but we'll see how he gets on with that, man. We'll see where it gets on. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys like the video, man, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Nearly at 2,000K, man. Big up everyone who's already subscribed. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe to the channel, and then yeah, man. Big up everyone that's already done it. I still have faith in Tommy. It says ST next year is the final year for him to be fit, though. But I understand why people want him gone. Yeah, 100%. Again, it's never about his ability, bro. It's just about his availability. That's the real key thing for me. Like, you got to be able to be fit, even some of the season. But for him, he's out for the majority of seasons. Even last year, he was out for the majority. He only came back for the last 7 or 8 games. But for me, that's not good enough season on, season out. Because, like I said, you're putting pressure on other players like Ben White, then end up having to play when they're injured because Tomiyasu can't cover because he's injured. So yeah, man, I feel like he's actually having a detriment to our defense because the cover minutes that he would normally have, he's not doing because he's injured, and then he's allowing players to be overplayed because there's no actual cover, and then yeah, they're getting injured. So yeah, I think it is a ripple effect, man. Tomiyasu is a Japanese Reece James, allow it. Nah, he's probably injured more than Reece James. Yeah, probably the same amount as Luke Shaw, to be honest, bro. Probably the same amount as Luke Shaw. We'll check in with Colin. Colin, how's the audio looking, bro? Any improvement?
How are we doing? How's it
sounding? That's better. That's better.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's better, man.
Do you know what it was? Default settings, right? Never use default, by the way.
Yeah.
Never use default. At
least we got to the bottom of it.
Bro, it wasn't even the mic. It was just the speakers that were fucking it up, bro.
Oh, okay. I get you. Technology, man. Technology at its finest.
All right. We move, lads.
Yeah, we moved, man.
Happened.
Yeah, we're back.
Happened. Yeah.
We're back. See, Colin, this is what happens when you try to draw me out, right? God works in mysterious ways.
That was your fault, brother. Come on.
All good, man. All good. Honestly, it sounds crystal clear now. Bro, this is how it normally sounds. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Just increase your volume a bit, Colin. Then it's perfect. Says ST, big old ST.
Stop complaining, ST. You got
He's got it. But yeah, man, big up everyone in the chat. God's plan. This is what I'm saying, bro. God's plan.
Oi. Man's bringing religion into
That's crazy. That is crazy, bro.
You're excited. That's a howler, mate. I can't lie. That's a howler.
This side is moving mad, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, big up everyone in the chat. But yeah, bro, obviously the news Gabriel being injured. Yeah, what would you do going forward and now, bro? Because obviously there is a report saying that Timber could be okay, just like took a little bit of a knock. That's why he got substituted off. So he might be back in the fold. No real update on Ben White. I suppose Arteta's going to do a press conference tomorrow before the Everton game to obviously give a bit of reassurance on where Ben White's at in terms of fitness. What would you do going forward then, like in the Everton game and then the Madrid game? Would you make changes in the Everton game? Obviously, the league's already gone. Would you make some changes to save a few players? Give Saka some more minutes? What would you do, man? What would your team be in that game, bro?
Well, to be honest, it doesn't matter what I would do because what I would do is completely different to what Arteta's going to do because we all know what he's going to do. Like, you know what? I'm not asked about the Everton game, mate. I couldn't give a shit.
I hear it.
I couldn't give a shit. Like, I'm out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just. I mean, yeah, okay. There's a slight. I wouldn't even say slight. I said, okay. I thought that there was a chance that we could drop points to Fulham because of the low block thing. But with Everton, they're going to low block it too, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. 100%, bro. 100%, bro. It's not going to be a good game.
You know what? The league games mean fuck all. Play Partey at right back. I don't care.
Just do it.
Seriously, like I'm not even like. I don't even like Thomas Partey at right back, but I don't want Timber playing there because knowing our luck, he gets injured against Everton. Yeah,
it's a good point. It is a good point, man. It is a good point. Now we can't risk him getting injured, man. Not another one. Honestly, we need him fit. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like I feel like he has to make a few changes now. There's even a question even if he even risks like Saliba, because if he gets injured, then bro, what are we doing there? We're playing Declan Rice centre back. Like, what are we actually doing then? It's crazy. So for me, I'll probably make a few changes if we can. I'll probably give Saka maybe a start. Maybe. I mean, I'm still not comfortable with the whole fact that he's even playing. If I'm being honest, like, I know he came on, scored. Obviously, he did well. I was happy for him. I was actually gassed for him, to be fair. He looked so happy that he scored, and I was proper gassed he scored. But I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just looking out for his long-term future and obviously his long-term career. And I don't know if we've rushed him back. Obviously, time will tell. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It just feels like he's coming back a little bit too early, and there's a lot of pressure on him already because obviously everyone's looking to him for him to do something against Real Madrid. He's our star boy, star player, marquee player, and it's like he's just literally come back into the team. I know he scored, but he's probably going to have a period where he's going to have to get accustomed to the game again, similar to Odegaard. Odegaard's not actually recovered from it. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a bit too much pressure on him already, but I just want to see him eased in, really, to be honest with you. I mean, I'd rather play him in the league games where they don't really mean too much, and then maybe in the Real Madrid game, give him a few more minutes here or there, but there's not that utter reliance on he's got to play, because if we're losing that Madrid game, bro, he's probably going to have to play 90 minutes. I can't see Arteta taking him up, especially if we're losing or we're not winning the game. So, yeah, man, it's a bit of a sticky one, man. It's a bit of a sticky one. We'll have to wait and see what he does, man. Big up the comments.
That last one from their side, it made me chuckle a little bit.
Well, this one. Start touch right wing and Colin centre back against Everton, bro. If the club needs to be,
listen, right. I'll just put a dead to the centre back thing right now, okay? My positioning as a defender ain't great.
Yeah,
right?
it is, bro.
It's why I played up front for like with my mates and that.
Yeah,
because that's where I'm best suited, right? I was more like a physical kind of striker, not running behind, but kind of like barge people off and everything.
Okay.
Like, but me as a centre back, no.
Nah, he's not feeling it at all. But big up for the comment, man. ST says Colin's audio is like Arsenal's performance against Liverpool. Wow, the 4-1, they're crazy. Top tier. Arteta letting Timber play after he went down for the first time was a madness. Yeah, man, that was a bit crazy, to be honest with you. I thought for sure he's definitely going to take him off and put Partey there earlier on in the game and not take any risks. But I feel like, yeah, Timber probably played on for longer than he should have done. And we've seen it, obviously, in the end, he had to get taken off because he was feeling the pain.
Maybe it's just me, Tops, right? But is it just me, right? Or is it Arteta's maybe, I don't know, fearful to take players off that are his choices?
Yeah,
because
agreed.
He doesn't trust the other ones. Is it maybe that? I don't know. I'm asking you the question because I honestly don't know.
I think that is a very, very good observation, to be honest with you. And for me, that brings up a couple of questions. Like, number one, why are you afraid to pick players that you've signed? Like, he's signed Kibio, he signed Jorginho, he signed all of these players. This is his entire squad. He's either signed them or he signed them to new deals. So for me, that is a bit of a worry about your recruitment in terms of why are you worried about playing players that you bought yourself to replace the players that you bought as well. So it is a massive, I would say, weakness of Mikel Arteta, not trusting players to replace other players or bring players on to even see out a game. People were saying like Martinelli was dead out of his feet. He worked hard. He actually played very, very well going forward, but he was tracking back a lot. He was dead out on his feet in the 70, 80th minute. Why not take him off for a Tierney or even a Sterling just to see out the game? Not saying that these are the best players, but you've got a squad. You've got to use them. You can't flog the same 11 players season in, season out, game in, game out, because you end up seeing what you end up seeing. Gabriel, obviously Saliba getting injured, people like that. So for me, it is a bit of a worry. And going forward, bro, he has to manage his squad a bit better, in my opinion. He has to share out the minutes. He has to use his substitutions, bro. I've seen Fulham bring on 3 players at a time, another player on, and then we've only made 1 substitution. Brings on Trossard here, takes off Timber because he has to, takes off Gabriel because he has to, and that's about it. There's no real usage of the squad on a consistent basis. So for me, that is a big worry going forward long term in the season, because you can't just use the same 11 players, bro. Not with the amount of games we've got, man.
Not even just this season, Tops. Next season as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, let's just assume, right? Let's assume that Gyökeres comes in the summer, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's 100% done, but Ornstein doesn't come out with stuff like that if there's not kind of truth behind it, right? We
Yeah.
can
Facts.
assume that, correct? So, assuming that happens, do we trust Arteta to rotate the squad for games, or trust players that he has, or that are in the squad? There are players that are in the squad that aren't good enough. That I will fully accept. Kiwior being one of them, right? And look, I know I'll probably butcher his name. I've done it about 5 billion times. I don't care. Like if ST and that want to cook me in the chat, whatever, I don't care. Is he good enough long term? Probably not. Probably not, because he gets dragged out of position every time anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I don't know why we haven't tried Calafiori at centre back at least once. I don't understand that. Like legit, I don't understand that. Like the guy played in a back three for Bologna. He's a centre back by trade. Why won't you try him there? I know he's injured, but before he got injured, he never tried him there anyway.
And that, it's like, true.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then we're talking about being like, and then was it the whole Joan Garcia links have come up again? I'm just like, okay, does that mean you're not signing Neto? Great. But again, that reflects badly on you because you brought him in.
100%. 100%.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. This whole season, right? It's not as bad as the season from hell. All right? Because the season from hell, in my eyes, is when we were 15th in December. All right? That is what that tagline belongs to. But I'm just at a point where I'm like, can this season just end already?
Yeah, honestly, it's been so bad. And just in terms of injuries, the fact that we're so many points behind Liverpool, we got knocked out by the worst Man United team I've ever seen in my lifetime. We got battered over 2 legs by Newcastle. It's not been great, man. It's not been great, man. But bit of breaking news here on obviously X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Hans Ozil, obviously, normally a reliable source, I would say. He's dropped this bit of news here. About Gyökeres. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's our understanding also have been granted permission from Sporting to explore personal terms with the camp of Victor Gyökeres. The agent, who is also a long-term friend of Mikel Arteta, will now discuss key factors on the player side with Andrea Berta. Andrea Berta is pushing for Victor Gyökeres to be strongly considered to be the lead of Arsenal's attack next season, with interest first reported by David Ornstein. It's crucial to stress also merely laying extensive groundwork for the strong candidate. The new sporting director wants to ensure the club have multiple options to choose from when this time comes to decide. So that's a bit of an exclusive there from Hans Ozil. So yeah, Colin, get you some exclusive, obviously, reaction from that. What's your feelings on that report? And will Gyökeres be someone that you'd be interested in seeing an Arsenal shirt?
I would like Gyökeres. Why am I in a square again?
Yeah, I don't know why it does this, man. There we go. Continue.
I do like Gyökeres, right? Obviously, there's some idiots in the Arsenal fan base that are like, I don't know if he's the one. We should be looking at Osimhen. We should be looking at this, and this. Listen, I will take Gyökeres, and I'll tell you why. Because it's better than nothing. That's how low the bar is.
No, I hear that.
All right. I will say this though. None of this. There was a key line in that caught my eye. He's a long-term friend of Mikel. Now, does that mean jobs for the boys?
Yeah, possibly, bro. Possibly.
I don't know. We'll see. However, I do like that Barta is handling most of the negotiations. And from the sounds of it, it seems like a Declan Rice situation where we laid the groundwork pretty early on for that. So it seems like that's what it's leading to, and all of that led to Declan Rice coming in the door. I will say this though, I hate these buzzwords like, you know, admire, you know, looking at all the buzzwords that ST has just named, right?
Yeah.
Explore, interest, groundwork, looking at all of them, right? Because here's the thing. When you've worked in a customer environment like I have for the majority of it, right? You grow accustomed to these buzzwords and what salespeople will use to get inside your head. Now, that sounds very familiar to me. So it seems like we're using that to kind of dole out a PR machine, which Arsenal do very well. Like, the only club I would say that have, well, is there a club that have better PR than we do?
I don't think so, I don't think so. Not for a team that doesn't win anything and still has the fans leaping off every kind of word they say, man. I feel like, yeah, we're probably the best at it, to be fair. I'm trying to think of another team. I can't.
Maybe Tottenham?
Yeah, maybe. But even with their fans hate, obviously, Daniel Levy and stuff. And they're working up to the fact they don't do anything. So I think that some of our fans are still like projects, phases, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, we might actually be the worst in terms of PR.
I mean, look, we'll see what happens. If Gyökeres comes in the door, great. Great. But it's not the only thing I need. I need number 8. I need. Do you know what I need? I need a centre back.
Yeah.
Do you know why I need a centre back?
Go on.
Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiore. Name me another one.
Yeah. That's it, innit? That's it, bro. 3.
You tell me we don't need another centre back.
Yeah.
Because if you're selling Kiovar, right? Again, we need at least 2, if that's the case. Because right now we've got 4 that can play in the centre back role, right?
Yeah.
If you sell him, you've only got 3. So now you need to bring 2 in. And on top of that, he's not good enough anyway.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. And the thing I don't like about, like you said, the centre back options is that sometimes we use like the right back options as the centre back cover, but then you can't really do that because now you haven't got right back cover because you're saying that Timber can be cover centre back, but then who's going to play right back? Ben White, but then who's going to cover for him? So yeah, for me, I agree. I feel like you're in full competition, so you full centre backs that can alternate with each other or like decent quality, and then we go from there. But yeah, man, we'll have to wait and see with the Gyökeres thing. In my opinion, that would be a fantastic signing just because he's a guy that's got a history of scoring goals in the top, one of the top European leagues and the Champions League, which is key, and international level. He scores a lot of goals. And for me, that's not something we need. We haven't got a out-and-out goal scorer, someone that just thinks about scoring goals, just wants to score goals, just cares about scoring goals. We've got a lot of players that are not really happy about scoring. You know, Kai Havertz is very shy in front of goal. Gabriel Jesus came out and did an interview saying that scoring goals isn't his strong point. Like, these are our striking options at the minute. Gyökeres is not going to say anything like that. He's going to be there to score as many goals as he can, to try and win the Golden Boot, to try and score crucial goals for Arsenal, to take us forward if we sign him. So for me, it'll be a positive signing direction. But like you said, bro, we need more. We need 2 midfielders, in my opinion, to replace Jorginho and Partey if we're not going to keep both of them. We need a left-sided winger to start, as well as the new striker, as well as Saka. Yeah. And like you said, we need a defender and we need a keeper. If we're not going to sign Neto. So yeah, a lot of work to do, man. A lot of work to do.
I would argue we need the left back as well.
Yeah. It's true.
If we're getting rid of Tierney and Zinchenko, which could happen, you need to bring someone in.
Yeah. To cover.
Not so much to replace Tierney, but to replace Zinchenko.
Yeah.
You can't sell Zinchenko and not bring anybody in. Like, if you actually deep it, like, this is what frustrates me when people say a striker fixes our problems. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's a very short-sighted mindset. Like, you have to look at the whole squad, right? I'm looking at, right, first off, I'm looking at the goalkeeper, right? Could we improve on David Raya? Yes, we can. We would need more. Personally, I feel as if we need an Allison or an Ederson because Raya's good, and he's been one of our better players this season. But if you can upgrade on him, you should always take that opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So there's that. Right back. If we're being like, Timber will be the starting right back, but if you sell Tomiyasu, you've got to replace him. So that's another one, right? You got to bring in a centre back, especially if you're selling Kivior, because then you'd only have Calafiore, Gabriel, and Saliba, and you can't have just 3 centre backs and expect them to stay fit across the Champions League, the cups, and the league. It just doesn't work like that. So you need at least 1, maybe 2 centre backs. If you're selling Zinchenko, you need a left back. So basically, you're needing signings across the whole back line, right? Midfield wise, you need to replace Partey because Partey's not going to run forever, but you also need to replace Jorginho. So that's 2 midfield signings that you need in addition to the 8.
Yeah.
And then you need backup to Saka. If you would bring in Gyökeres, great, because then Havertz can drop to a bench role and we could kind of work with that. Because Havertz as a squad rotation option isn't bad.
Yeah. I'll take him as a...
I don't care what anybody tells me. Havertz is in that kind of in the spot that Giroud was in. Because remember, years ago, we would all be saying, Giroud's good. He's just not good enough to be a starting 9. That's where Havertz is at right now. So to me, it's Gyökeres with Havertz behind him because Jesus, bruh, I don't know why, but I can see Jesus being more of a winger than a striker. Now, maybe they look at that and shift Jesus over to the right side to compete with Saka, but would Jesus be content with sitting on the bench? Because you know that Saka's going to start every week.
True.
So it's whether or not they can swing that. But we also need a left-sided player because, look, Trossard, in my opinion, I would sell him to Saudi. Like that's just my opinion, all right? Because there's been links for time, so let him go, right? Martinelli, bro, I'm at my last tether with him, right? And it's not even his output that annoys me. It's his decision making. But I'm not even being funny yet. Trossard has better decision making than Martinelli does.
Yeah, that's facts.
And the amount of times he's offside, bro. Like, if you clock it, it's like what, 3, 4, 5 times a game at the very least.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
mate. Honestly, anyone that says a striker fixes everything for us, they're delusional, man.
Yeah. I thought you brought that down pretty well, to be honest with you. And obviously, just to touch on Martinelli, I did think he had a great, or a better second half in the Fulham game, but we've not seen that enough from him, and just in terms of him making the right decisions and having the quality at the end of it to really provide a bit of quality to provide goals and assists. Like we've seen it even for the second goal. That's the first time he's actually got his head up, ran into space, made the right pass at the right time to Marino, and then made a good run and then a great flick, bit of quality into the path of Saka to make it obviously 2-0 at the time. But yeah, we've not seen that. That's probably been his best game this season, and we're in April. So for me, my key thing about Martinelli is just not improved from like 2 years ago. He's not developed. His IQ is not improved enough, in my opinion, for the fact that he's going to be our starting left winger. So yeah, for me, we need a left winger, and he needs to be on the bench and be that impact player going forward, man. In my opinion, man. But big up everyone in the comments. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already, man. Big up near side. It says Colin can't be worse than Kivior. I suppose that's supposed to be.
I beg to differ. Right? Listen, he's not great positionally, right? But neither am I.
Colin's like an Otamendi at centre back, strong but all over the place. I hear that, man.
No. I'm not having this, right? Otamendi was not that bad. All right.
No, he wasn't. To be fair, he wasn't.
He wasn't that bad.
It
was just look when you look at that centre back pairing for Valencia, right? It was Otamendi and Mustafi. Yeah.
Yeah.
We bought the wrong one.
Yeah, we did, man. Otamendi won the league at City, didn't he? So yeah. Big up Kyle Walsh, you know, big yourself up, bro. Long time no see. It's just a disaster after disaster, shocking stuff. Kyle obviously not happy with how the season's going so far. Vidic in the building, man. After United lost again, Lord Kivior against Madrid. Bro, you need to worry about your own club, man. Bro, I just see that Langa run the entire pitch past all your players, brother. Have some shame. I tell you so, have some shame, man. That's crazy. He says, don't worry, Tots Madrid are Burns. They conceded 4 at home against Real Sociedad. I did see that, to be fair. They have been conceding a lot of goals. So, to be honest with you, I'm not really worried about, even though, obviously, we've not been scoring a lot ourselves. I think going forward, I think we might be all right because they'll probably come out and obviously attack us. But defensively, man, what I was seeing against Fulham, bro, even with Gabriel on the pitch, just a bit lapsadaisical, man. They're conceding many 2 chances in transition. And yeah, we can't allow top players to have that amount of space and room, man. Kivior versus Mbappe, says Ahmed, big yourself up. Explore, I hate these key words, like obviously Colin was saying. Always the same, interest, groundwork, explore, looking at. Yeah, man, it's part of the PR, bro. A lot of journalists now do that, unfortunately. It's really not to even say anything too much, to be honest with you, just insinuating things. If Arsenal get Gyökeres guarantee, Arteta plays in midfield or as a false 9, it wouldn't, or on the wing or something, wouldn't surprise me, man, to be fair. Big up Jake, Saka, how you doing, bro? I'm all good, brother. Hope you're well. Appreciate, admire, monitor. These are the words, man. Big up AB, what are you saying, man? I'm all good, brother. How are you? I have a question. Would you take Bruno at Arsenal? I personally wouldn't take Bruno at Arsenal. Don't know about you, Colin. If you would take Bruno Fernandes at Arsenal.
Do you know what?
Go on.
If it was purely from a goals perspective, then yes.
Yeah.
But there are times where I do see Bruno throwing his hands up in the air, and as a non-United fan, that does annoy me. So I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. Bruno is the shining light in this United team with Amad Diallo being out.
Yeah.
But if anything, that just shows you where you are, man. Like, that just shows you where you are. Truth be told, I feel sorry for Amorim. I really do. Like, United basically gave him the ultimatum and went, either join us now or it's not happening ever. And he took the opportunity. You know, why wouldn't he? You know? It's still United. So I can see why he took the opportunity, but personally, there's a lot of issues at that club that need fixing, man. There's a lot, and you know what? The media plays a big part in this because in their head, when they see what Rashford's doing at Villa, right, they're like, oh, see, this is what United have let go. This is what they're missing. Guarantee you, right, there's Rashford's playing somewhat well because the pressures between playing for United and playing for Villa are 2 completely different things. Like, and we've seen Rashford at United. He's had what, 1 30-goal season?
Yeah.
What was he doing before he went to Villa on loan? Tell me that.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing for about 2 years, bro, as well, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Big up. AB says, do you think Gabriel's injury is as big as the Saka injury? I'll say no, just because of the portion of the season we're at. We're already at the end. We're out of every competition by the Champions League. Whereas when Saka got his injury, we were still in all 4 competitions, I believe. So from that point of view, no. But in terms of value and importance, I would say definitely it's up there, bro. Because again, Gabriel has been our best defender for a couple of years, in my opinion, even better than Saliba. So from in terms of how we're going to miss him, massive blow. Just not just in terms of defensively going forward from corners and obviously set pieces. He scores crucial goals in crucial games, even this season, man, against big teams. So yeah, definitely going to be a miss. But I think luckily for us, the season's nearly finished now. Obviously, we've still got the Champions League game, which is unfortunate, but again, man, we need to adapt. Listen, we're gonna have injuries, guys, to our key players. It happens all the time. People forget, bro. When I seen Arsenal win the league at Old Trafford, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, they weren't there, guys. It was Wiltord and Carnu, and we still won the game. This is what I'm saying. So for me, you've got to just adapt, man, and build a squad. This is why me and Colin were saying we need replacements for Saka, we need replacements for Odegaard, we need backups for these guys in case this happens and they're out for 3-4 months. You can bring people that are ready-made and available and have the quality to step in for a period of time, and the team doesn't drop off massively. At the minute, we don't really have that, or we're not playing players in certain positions to actually see what they can do, like Kivior, for example. Not Kivior, like Calafiori, sorry, for example. So yeah, for me, we need to obviously improve the quality and the quantity of the squad in the summer, man, because we're not going to be able to win or go for major honors all at the same time with a 22-man squad. It was never going to be realistic, especially with the amount of Champions League games we've got, the fact that we're obviously going to have to play a World Cup next season, so there's going to be a backlog. We've just come out from a Euros this season. So it all adds up, man, the games and the proximity of how close the games are as well. So, yeah, we definitely need to improve the squad. Big up Benji is in the building. Big yourself up, man. Yokeros is also at Coventry, fun fact, and Brighton. Yeah, that is very, very true. Big ol' ST says, what you guys thought on?
Nearsighted. Calm down, bro. What we doing?
Oh, what's he saying? Is he saying something mad nearsighted? Let me have a look at this, bro. What's going on? I'm at the bottom.
Bro.
I never.
No.
That's crazy. He's moving mad. Why is? Nah, my hairline's strong, bro. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. See, there. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting.
Listen, man. He's just propping the merch, bro.
That's it, bro. Propping the merch. Make sure you go get that, man. Tops are laid out soon. You know what I'm saying? Out soon, bro. But yeah, the hairline's strong, man. Don't worry about that, brother. Don't worry about that, man. Big ol' ST with a question. It says, what are your guys' thoughts on people who say Gyökeres has only done it in Portugal? I don't agree, but what are your thoughts? I mean, for me personally, honestly, you're always gonna have a question about that. It's to a player does it in multiple leagues and obviously countries, and yeah, there's gonna be question marks. But for me, I just feel like the volume of the amount of goals he's getting, bro. Because if the Portuguese league was so easy, why isn't everyone getting 30 plus goals, 40 plus goals? He got what? How many goals did he get last year? I think it was like 40 plus or something. He's already on like nearly 40 this year. It's a lot of volume of goals, man, even in that league. So for me, I'm not particularly worried about it. Yes, obviously the league is probably a bit easier than it would be in the Premier League. But, bro, if you're a goal scorer, I feel like you can score in any league. It might decrease the amount you score because it's a bit harder, but the guy can finish, man. Everyone knows that, man. But what are your thoughts on it, Colin? Do you have worries about Gyökeres obviously coming to the Premier League and doing it?
I mean, look, if you're good enough to... Here's how I look at it, right? Obviously, there's examples of players that have come from the Portuguese league that haven't set the world alight. Darwin Núñez, he's a major one. For the older school guys who actually remember, Jackson Martinez wasn't necessarily good when he went to Atletico either. But, I mean, look, it's not my place to decide whether or not a player is good enough, right?
Yeah.
And this is what annoys me when fans have the short-sighted opinion of this player isn't good enough for my club, why are we signing him? Well, you don't actually know until they've actually played a game for you, do they?
Facts.
I mean, look, Darwin Núñez, when he was signed and the amount of money that was spent on it, and then, of course, there was the conversations of City have Haaland, Liverpool have Núñez, who's going to do better? To me, personally, that was a stupid conversation to begin with, because obviously Haaland was going to outscore Darwin Núñez.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Nah, come on now. We need to nip this trend in the bud, man.
No, I completely agree, bro. I completely agree. I feel like you've got to give the guy a chance before you end up obviously writing him off, especially when, like you said, The good thing about him as well, bro, like at least he's actually played in England. No, it was the championship, but at least he's used to obviously the style, and he's played in this country before, so you wouldn't have to accommodate to obviously the style of living, which is obviously some people do struggle with. We've seen Alvarez, obviously for Manchester City, didn't like the cold weather, etc., etc. So there is different problems for different players, but for me, I think he'll do well, man. To be honest with you, I think he'll do quite well.
If you want to go the commentary route, right? He's actually improved as a player since then.
Yeah. That's very, very true.
It stands to reason that he gained experience when he was at commentary, and he's only expanded upon that. So arguably, he could be better for him.
Yeah, 100%. And we've seen players recently as well that have done really, really well in the championship and come to the Premier League and score goals. Ivan Toney one, Ollie Watkins another one. So yeah, that transition can happen where you score a lot in the championship, come to a Premier League team, and then you score a lot. And those players were playing for clubs that obviously are not in the top 4 or 5. So yeah, man, definitely an opportunity for him to do very, very well, man. ST says Havertz wouldn't be hated as much just because of him earning so much. You can't be on nearly 300 grand a week and be a squad player, you know. Yeah, that is a lot of people's criticism, obviously, of the signing, the fact that he's our most paid player, which for me still is kind of crazy. Havertz gets paid to sit on the bench the most times, says Vidic. Alanga is mid anyway. So Vidic is being a bit salty. I can feel it, man. I can feel it. Bruno should have joined Manchester City. Would have had a better career. Says Vidic as well, man. This side says Gabriel is your best defender, second best attacker. Big up Gabriel every time. Also, never beating the corner allegations, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Man compared Prime Arsenal to these bottle jobs. LOL. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, bro, is that we need to be aspiring to that level. That's the standards. This is what I'm saying. Them Prime Arsenal players need to have a look. Sorry, the Arsenal players now need to have a look at those Prime Arsenal players and the squad and say, you know what? If these guys can do it, this is what it takes to win the league. We need to make sure that we're at this level so we win the league. That's why we don't want it, because again, there's a lot of excuses, there's a lot of reasons, and that's all great. But at the end of the day, history books remember the winners, man. Just get over the line, whatever it takes. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, you have to put part of the excuses aside for a time being, and yeah, get the job done, man. Jokeres was good at Coventry, but it's Coventry. Yeah, that's true. Darwin was good in Portugal, so allow that bit. Yeah, again, every player is different. Some players can be good in Portugal and flop. Some players can be good in Portugal and do well. So yeah, it just depends, man. You have to see. Big up my man. He says no Gabriel Marina up top. Yeah, man, the watch along's gonna be crazy next week, man, against Real Madrid. If that does come to Liverpool, Arsenal are never winning the league again. Even on 150 a week, Havertz isn't worth it. If Arsenal reinvested that merch money, they could afford 3 attackers. Brother, I think we're on nearly 20 pieces of merch this season, bro. It's crazy, man, how they just wheel it out, man. Absolutely madness, man. But yeah, big up everyone in the comments, man. Been a good show. Colin, let me know your predictions on the Everton game before obviously we head off. What do you think the score's going to be? And who do you think we're going to win?
It'll be a scrappy 1-0.
Oh, 1-0 win, yeah? Scrappy.
Yeah, scrappy. I mean, it's Everton, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I got a feeling we're going to lose, you know. I don't know why. I feel like we're going to lose. You know, bro, you know what it is? You know,
it's like Goodison, though, so I'll give you that. It's like Goodison, so.
Yeah, this is bro. And you know what it is, bro? You know them 12:30 early kickoff games, bro? And the team's not up for it, and they're not playing well, they don't create any chances, and they score from a corner or from a penalty or something, and you just don't score, and you end up lose. Like, I can just feel that happening. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we do win the game. But
is this season Everton's last at Goodison?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it is. It's their last season at Goodison,
right?
Yeah, before they move
to
their new stadium. So yeah,
right.
Again,
that changes it. That changes my actual prediction then.
This is it, and they've only lost one home game since David Moyes obviously took in charge in December. It was, which was his first game against Aston Villa 1-0. So yeah,
I can't like say confidently that we're going to win, bruv. I can't.
Yeah,
because the Fulham game was looking doubtful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh boy, facts, bro. Facts. I mean, you saying it in the comments. I can see Fulham equalising, and luckily Saka scored that goal. Otherwise, we would have drew 1-1. So yeah, crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, I'll go with a 1-1 draw. I'm not gonna go for. I'm not gonna predict Arsenal to lose. I'll go with a 1-1 draw, but it won't surprise me if we lost, man. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, locked in. Thanks to obviously everyone tuning in. I'll be back obviously today later on. Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur. I want to see Carlos in the chat. Where are you, brother? You said you'll be here Thursday. I want to see you in the chat. You better win this game. You better win this game, because otherwise I'm getting the chat to cook you expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you best. So yeah, man. Obviously that game kicks off in half an hour. So yeah, I'll redirect this stream to that. So you just have to stay on the stream, and you should be getting that stream in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll probably jump back on, ready for the game. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's a win-win for me, really. Either Chelsea lose, Tottenham lose, or they both drop points. So yeah, it is a win-win, man. But yeah, big up Colin for always tuning in. And like I said, man, let the people know what you got coming up. Obviously, I've put your channel link in the title and obviously in the video description as well. But yeah, let the people know what you got coming up, brother.
Lads, we're back, right? The originator. Yeah, man.
You tell him.
Because there's too much stupidity going around. Obviously, not Tops. Tops is good in my eyes. All right, he's not on that stupidity bandwagon, but there's a lot of people that like to claim they're this, they're that. I'll tell you one thing, they aren't, because you know what I was for so many years? Tops knows this. I was the guy that would bring logic and common sense into the room.
That's true. That's true.
And now the common sense has returned. No more bullshit. No nothing. Now, obviously, with much Arsenal being back, funnily enough, I don't know if I'm going to take the same route that Tops has done. Or I might. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. But either way, I'm back. And if you thought the old version of the channel was something, bruh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Jeez.
Right? And look, anyone that deserves it, I'll go nuclear on that shit.
Pipe bomb ready. There you got it, people. Exclusive. Much Arsenal is back on the scene. Looking forward to seeing the content Colin brings on the Much Arsenal
intro song ready and everything.
This is it. In fact, didn't know, that was the original place.
I'll give you a sneak peek, yeah? I'll give you a sneak peek of what the intro song is, right? I'm not going to tell you what the artist is, but the title of the song is Legends Never Die.
There you go, people. There you go. Legends never die, man. He's telling you in the song, people. The originator, man. The originals are back. So yeah, big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Colin as well. His link obviously is in the video description, and he's bringing back Much Arsenal too, man. So that should be an exclusive. In fact,
before we log off, because I don't know if you'll have the right link to it, but luckily I'm here to solve all that.
Legit.
All right, here we go.
Put that in the chat.
There you go, lads. No excuses.
No excuses, man. No excuses. It's back, baby. It's back. Much Arsenal's back, man. I'm too gassed for this, bro. Yeah. I'll have to put that in the description as well. So big everyone up, man. And make sure you guys subscribe to Much Arsenal, like the video. And yeah, until next time, man. Like I always say, don't hate the play, hate the game. And until later, we are out, people. Peace.